If you'd ask me what one thing sales ought to do for marketing, I'd turn it around and say, what is it that marketing need to do for sales? Because that's the thing we can really affect and change. And I would say it's communication. It's about sitting down and working together on jointly owned objectives and taking accountability for the whole sales cycle, right from marketing activity through to lead, opportunity, and even the revenue at the end of the day.
I think the key thing from sales, if the one thing I wanted sales to deliver on a regular basis, and it sounds very trivial and it sounds almost too basic to be true, is simple administration. Simple administration and follow-up of what we give them. If we give them a number of leads to follow up, it's the documentation of that follow-up, it's the follow-through of that request. Salespeople, and I don't want to sound cliched about this, but salespeople sometimes do not have the wherewithal, the time, or the inclination to document processes effectively. If they can do it, it makes such a difference to our job. Now, that being said, as a marketeer, we have to make it less onerous. So we have to make the process very transparent, i.e. you're filling in this piece of information because it will give us this data, which will give us this knowledge, which will allow us to act in a different way. So it has to be very simple, has to be transparent, and they have to see it as being additive to them.
So it's interesting, the question of what sales should do. Oftentimes sales is very willing to tell marketing what to do, and I understand that my background is in sales and sales management. I understand exactly where they're coming from, but it just happens to be so, and I don't want to be patronizing, but oftentimes sales has a short-term view and marketing has the long-term view. So in this case of creating that trigger for sales and marketing alignment, I think marketing has the lead role because they're more mature for such a project. So for marketing and sales, if you look at them, they tend to be slightly different with different talents and qualities. Therefore, their roles and responsibilities are also different, already based by design. So if I then look at what sales should do to respond to that, well, my advice simply is, and again talking to an ex-salesperson, is to listen. I think the marketing organizations have changed from what they were, and we should change the way we perceive them. These guys are really structured and systematic. They know where the money is coming from. They know where it's going to. They are there to make money for the organization, which means achieving sales quota. So as long as sales takes the time to go away from the daily grind and understand why such thing is happening, that should be more than enough. They don't have to invent the process.